Hello viewers, today we are going to see about magnetization and magnetic intensity. Magnetization we represent by capital M and magnetic intensity by capital H. Actually, we have seen in a circulating electron in an atom as a magnetic moment. That means when a electron is moving, the charge by itself is moving, therefore it experiences a magnetic moment. But if you see as a material as a whole, then we have to add all those magnetic moment. So magnetization M is defined as M net divided by volume, that is net magnetic moment divided by volume. The unit is amperes per meter. And similarly for magnetic intensity, the unit is H. Magnetic intensity H is amperes per meter. That means for magnetization and magnetic intensity, for both the unit is amperes per meter. Now we come to refer to solenoid. So we have already seen a solenoid, a coil that can be viewed as a bar magnet, and 99% of the total flux density is in the middle of the coil. So magnetic field inside this coil is represented by B naught, which is equal to mu naught Ni, whereas N is number of turns per unit length and I is the current flowing through this coil. Okay, current. N is the number of turns per unit length and I is the current. So we have found out the magnetic flux density or magnetic field inside this coil is equal to mu naught Ni. Now this is for general coil. Suppose if you insert a core inside the coil, that means you have a core to increase the magnetic flux density. A core. The core is made with different types of materials. In that case, what happens is the total magnetic flux density B is equal to B naught plus Bm. So B naught we have seen already, and Bm is the field contributed by the material core. That means inside you will be having a circular core over which the windings are wound, copper winding is there. So because of this magnetization nature of this core, it will contribute the magnetic field. So field contributed by the material core is referred as Bm. So already a coil which carries a current of I will have a 98% of magnetic field density inside the coil, that is B naught. So this we can approximately say without the core. Now if you insert the core, then the magnetic flux density gets increased. So the total magnetic flux density B is equal to B naught plus Bm. Now Bm is equal to mu naught M. So Bm, field contributed by the material core, that is magnetic flux density because of the core material, is equal to mu naught M. What is M? M is magnetization M. And M depends on what? Net magnetic moment of the total material divided by the volume. Okay. Therefore, we can say the total magnetic field contribution by the coil and because of the core, we have H plus M is equal to B by mu naught. That means mu naught B is equal to mu naught into H plus M. The unit of H is amperes per meter. The unit of M is amperes per meter. And I already told you H is magnetic intensity, or we can say intensity of magnetization. And M is magnetization, and M depends wholly on the material core that lies inside the coil to improve the magnetic flux density. Okay. Having said that, we have a new parameter called magnetic susceptibility, which is represented by chi. So this symbol is a Greek alphabet and pronounced as chi, C-H-I, chi. So what is this? This is magnetic susceptibility. How to define that? is the degree to which a material can be magnetized in an external magnetic field. That means you have a coil and there is a core which is made up of some material. So the magnetic field produced, the magnetic flux density of that core depends on the material we are going to use. Therefore, we are defining a new term called magnetic susceptibility. So magnetization is equal to magnetic susceptibility into magnetic intensity H. That is, once again I repeat, so magnetic susceptibility is the degree to which a material can be magnetized. Some material will magnetize very easily and some material will take more time to magnetize and the magnetic field retained is very less. Okay, we call it as residual magnetism. So it depends on the material. So that parameter is indicated by chi, which is magnetic susceptibility. So we can say magnetization is equal to magnetic susceptibility multiplied by magnetic intensity. Already we have the relation for total magnetic flux density or magnetic field is equal to mu naught into H plus M. Now we have the relation for M, which is magnetic susceptibility multiplied by magnetic intensity, which is nothing but chi into H. Okay, so this value is substituted here. So H plus chi H. So H is taken as the common term. Now you have total magnetic flux density or total magnetic field is equal to mu naught into 1 plus chi into H. Now B is equal to mu naught will come as it is and 1 plus chi is represented by mu r into H. So mu naught is permeability of free space, mu r is relative permeability and mu r is equal to 1 plus chi. Now what is 1 plus chi? It is nothing but 1 plus magnetic susceptibility, which is indicated by mu r, which is relative permeability. Therefore, mu naught and mu r put together we can call it as mu. So B is equal to mu H. This is the final formula that we have to remember when you deal with a coil that produces a magnetic field. So the unit for magnetic flux density is Webers per meter square. The unit for H, magnetic intensity, is amperes per meter. So B is equal to mu H is the final form of expressing the total magnetic field in a coil. Okay, hope you have understood this topic thoroughly. Thanks for watching. Nandri.